Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be an update to my guide on how to use Autodrive. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome. So we're going to go over a few changes that Autodrive has made in the most recent update. So the update that Autodrive has recently undergone, if I look that up real quick for you. So there's a few things. So first off, in this update here, this is for version 1.1.0.7. And this is again for only PC and Mac players. As far as what we're going to go over in this specific video, we're just going to go over a few different basics that have been changed a little bit about Autodrive and its functionality. So this is not a comprehensive tutorial on everything you need to know about Autodrive. This will be applicable and is kind of an add-on to my previous series on Autodrive, so make sure you watch through that one first to learn everything you need to know in that one. This one, Autodrive just has some new features that I want to go over, and I will go over. I'll probably have 2 videos on this, so this will just be part 1 of 2 unless there's other stuff you guys want to see, and I'm happy to go over that. So leave it down in the comments if there's more you want to see. So first off, to open and close the Autodrive menu here, it's Alt-0, that's the default key. Open it up. Now to get a cursor, so if you see, you can't select everything. As you know, you can move the menu around, but to get the cursor come up, you need to hit, normally it's the right, I believe right click is the normal key function. I currently have my key bound to the 7 on the numpad, just because it works better for me, so I hit 7 to activate mine, but you can bind it to whatever you want. If you don't know how to adjust key bindings, yeah, that's fine, we can turn autosave off actually. If you go into here, you can scroll down to all of the Autodrive key functions that are down here at the very bottom. Everything that has an AD is for Autodrive. So there you go, all the different key functions on there. So there you go, toggle mouse keypad 7. So that's what I have toggled it to. So I believe it's normally right click, but again, I haven't had to adjust it because I've been using it with 7 for such a long time. So on here, there's some just different basics. You can adjust what location you want to go to. Most maps aren't going to have anything on there. So I want to go over a few things before we get started. So first off, hit this triangle button to open up the edit menu, which you can ignore that red line. That's for another track I have that's going to be in the future videos. Yeah, so you can adjust some different things in here. This adjusts the speed that your vehicle will drive on this track, and that's dependent on the vehicle. So yeah, you can set how many times you make a path or make a loop. So up to 9, you can redo it. Hit right click to go down, left click to go up there. You can set parking spots for vehicles. You can have it just go to the next destination. This changes the modes. This is currently just drive to destination. This is pick up from one location, deliver to another, and then you adjust what you want to be picked up and delivered there. Then this one is to go drop off at a location. And this is to drive to a location and then pick up at another location there. I believe that one's a new one, I believe, maybe. But I might take a look at that. But anyhow, the main one we're going to focus on for this one is just the drive to location here. Well, actually, we'll do a pick up and deliver in a little bit. But anyhow, so going to the settings, there's a few things I want to note on here that we want to go over. So auto connect at the start. What that means is if you already have a route here and you're right connected up with this red line and close enough to that previous route and you hit record, it will automatically connect up to that previous route. This one is normally off, so this one means that if you want it to auto connect at the end of a route, it will just connect it up automatically for you. So normally it's set to no. We're going to set that to yes. So I'll hit apply there, but we'll go back in there and change a couple other things. Turn light automatic, you can set if there's a turn light at certain variations of a turn. So we're going to set that up a little bit. We'll hit apply there just to make sure that's all saved and good to go in there. There's lots of different functionality to it, but these are just a couple of things that I wanted to point out to us that I don't believe I went over in my previous series. So the line height, so either the lines on the recording when you see it, you can turn them off. Obviously, if you're not in edit mode, you won't see the lines anyways. You can set them to be above the tractor or on ground level. We're going to leave it there on ground level. Now tooltips, this is set to no. So if we apply all that, this if I hold over any one of these, it doesn't do anything for me. But if I go back into that settings menu and I hit show tooltips, apply, right there at the top, you can see it's going to give you just kind of what it is that you're hovering over. So it'll give you kind of that basic detail there. So we're going to turn that off, apply for now. So yeah, those are just a couple basics. There's tons of other stuff in here that you can take a look at and just fix up and do different stuff for you. But that's what we basically wanted to talk about in there. So what we are going to do is talk about recording routes. So the first thing we're going to do is, if you see this here, this is the record button. So left click. If I hit left click, we are now recording a one-way route, which if I zoom out here, we'll see that start to show up down below. I'm just going to record a route around this guy right here. As you can see, I turn on there. There we go. Up this way. And now because I have auto connect at the end, if I come up here and I get close to that line there and I hit stop recording, there we go. It should auto connect up. So it didn't quite get the right one I wanted, but as you see here, it did actually get what I needed. And now that I have that hovered over it, so if I'm hovering over, if the red line is connected here and you want to delete a dot, then you can hit this delete button here and that'll delete that. So the route is all connected. Now, if you have that, what I showed you turned off, it won't automatically connect. So I'm going to set a couple of things on here. So if we want to add a destination, we'll call this silo 1 and this silo 2. So if we want this to be silo 1, we'll hit this add destination point right here. This is to edit one that's already existing. So again, everything I'm doing is over here on the HUD screen. So that we're going to say silo load 1, because that's where we're going to load into that silo, where we would load into that silo. Now, if we come up here, we are going to put, we'll put it on this one up here. Edit, we're going to say silo unload for silo 2. So silo unload 2, create. And there we go. We have 2 waypoints on there. Now I am going to just drive around here real quick. We can set more waypoints and stuff, but I don't need to do that right now. That is what I need for demonstration purposes here in a second. Let me get this trailer just parked back around this side over here. Okay, now a couple of other things. So if I want to record a two-way route, because this route, if you get a vehicle activated on it, it can only go this way, which if I actually hover over, we'll get to this dot right over here. So if I actually hover, and so if you turn edit mode off, it's still there, the route is still there, but it hides it. So that's what I was talking about. You can hide it, but if I hover over this purple dot behind me, so that one's going to be highlighted purple. So it's highlighted purple. That means that's where you come from. And that green one that's up there, that one's highlighted green to show you where you're going. So I can do that at any point to kind of give me a quick reference for how that drive is working, which that was not there before. Now, previously, you'd hold down the left control button, which I'm doing right now, to be able to move stuff around and adjust and see these dots at all. But in the new Autodrive, you don't do that. You can now just right click on them without hitting left control. And I can move them around as I need to on here. Now, if I want to connect them or do anything like that, well, first off, if I do hold left control down and I left click, it's going to add a new dot, a freeform dot. So I can add dots in, and I'm just clicking around and I'm making my own path. Now, if I wanted to, let's say I put a dot there and I wanted to connect those two up, I'm not holding left control down right now. Again, I hold left control down to place dots. I don't hold it down to move them or connect them. So I don't have left control held down. If I hit left click there and left click there, it's going to draw a straight line. If I hit left click there, it makes that a two-way route, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, if I left click here and left click there, it's going to take it back to a one-way. If I left click, not that way. If I left click this way over the same direction, it'll delete that connection. So there you have it. It's pretty sweet. You can do all sorts of different stuff with that. And yeah, it's pretty cool that you can do all that stuff. So one thing I want to note as well, we can do two-way tracks. So again, this is a one-way track. So if I come over here and I hit record with my right mouse button, so left mouse button does one way, right mouse button does two way, and notice it's not connecting those up because we're far enough away. So you see this blue track getting laid down, and that is a two-way route. Now, if I want to record a reverse route, I hit with my middle mouse button. I should be able to, maybe it's not going to do it for me now. Yep, there we go. Oh, that's right, you just have to drive backwards. I apologize, sorry. I was playing with it before. I'm still learning some of the new stuff on here, but if I want to record a reverse route, all I do have to do is back up, and it'll be noted by this light blue here. So that's what direction I'm reversing in. And we're going to go into more details on the reverse routes and everything you can do with those in a future video. But for now, and see it auto-connected that at the end because I had that selected. But for now, we're going to talk about a couple of other things in this video which are important, I think, to note. And then we'll hopefully be able to wrap up this video here in just a second. So if I connect back up to my trailer, now I read through my line here, or my notes here to make sure I don't miss anything. Yep, looks like I got everything that I need. Yes, okay, just the final thing here. So I'm gonna load from this silo and unload into this one. So previously on Autodrive, you had to have this where your tractor would stop to load right on that dot. It would stop right at that location. If the trailer wasn't under the fill point, it would not work. So that's a little bit different now. You don't have to be as accurate. and hopefully it works actually in demonstration. I've tested it quite a bit actually, but we'll see. So we're going to load from silo load 1, and we're going to take stuff to silo load 2, and we're going to load wheat. So you can adjust that in there, but we are going to do wheat for this. So let me actually get us started on the back side over here. So there we go. Now I'm just going to hit this power button to go, and we're going to do this just twice, we'll say. So power button, now it's already going. It's going to, if it has a cover on the trailer, it'll do that automatically. There we go. Look, loading around here, and it should, as soon as it gets to a point where it can load from this, it will start loading. It's not going to drive all the way up to that. So right there, see, it stopped as soon as it could start loading, and it should do the same thing on the unload, because you used to have this exactly or super accurate, but that's one of the nice things with this update is you don't have to have it as accurate anymore, which is really great, actually. So, because then if you had a different trailer, you'd have to adjust it for whatever equipment you're running, so it was kind of a pain. But now it doesn't matter what equipment you're running, as long as you have that destination not too far away and just set out far enough from wherever you're trying to unload or load, it should work out. So now as soon as this guy gets the back end of the trailer over the top here, or I guess it's going to go out the side, as soon as it can get it into that destination, it will do that for us. So as you can see, it's nowhere near the silo unload. Matter of fact, it's 2 dots away, so it's not even just the next dot. But there you go. So in the next part of this, I'm going to go over everything you guys need to know as far as reverse auto drive goes. So we're going to go into that into a lot more detail. But anyhow, that is everything from me right now. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and watching.